Hello, I'm Reverend Garth Schumacher, and this is our lectionary Bible study for May 16th. Of course, we release it several days early so that you can listen to one of the lectionary scriptures and prepare for the coming Sunday. Today, I'm going to be working with Psalm 1. Psalm 1 is part of the lectionary for May 16th. So, hear this Psalm 1. Happy are those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or take the path of the sinner's tread, or sit at the seat of scoffers. Now, scoffers, as you probably already know, are people who laugh at ideas or people who they think those people or ideas are silly or stupid. Scoffers. But those who are happy delight their delight is in the law of the Lord, and on this his law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season, and their leaves do not wither. In all that they do, they prosper. Now, the wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteousness. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Pretty clear definition, don't you think, between those who they consider happy and living their life to the fullest and those who are considered, quote, wicked. Now, water is very scarce, and certainly in the Middle East, as we know, it is very much like a desert. There are rivers, there are springs, but they're fewer and far between. It's more like our own West in the United States. So, water means a great deal. It means life in that community. So, the contrasts in this psalm are quite sharp. Do the godly always thrive? Well, it depends what you mean by thrive, doesn't it? Thriving means to me that you have resilience in the face of life, because let's face it, life can throw us all kinds of curves. And I've known some people who I would consider the godliest of persons, and they have problems with their sons or daughters or their parents or their friends, or they come down with some horrible disease or things like that happen to them. But here's the difference. The difference is some of these people are able, through their faith, to be resilient. And in that way, I believe they are thriving, even in the face of all kinds of bad things that may be happening to them in their life. So, how do we stay grounded and nourished? Well, I sort of answered that question already in a little bit, didn't I? The great deal for me personally has to do with humility, keeping a humble heart. Now, humility flies in the face of what is expected of white, straight males in our society today. We're supposed to be bold and just act out in all kinds of ways, but I have found that that is the foolish path. I don't want to go so far as say wicked, but certainly foolish because well, I'll speak for myself. I have put my foot in my mouth more than a few times. So it's important that I maintain humility. And when I am humble, I personally am able to stay out of some of those horrible tasting feet. Now, where do the connections between the health of our trees and our spiritual health and the health of the planet come in? Why is this metaphor important to us today? My wife and I purchased 75 seedlings from Barron County just several weeks ago, and we are still planting those seedlings. We're keeping the roots moist and getting them into the ground. And just like I told the congregation several weeks ago, we will never feel the shade of these trees. But we believe that by planting these trees, we are expressing hope for the future, for our children, our grandchildren, and for the planet. And I believe trees are happier when they're in forests than if they're by themselves. So we like to plant in groups of trees. And I don't know, that just does my heart good. So I would like to go ahead and share a song by Richard Buxford Culligan. And he's going to use this song of Psalm 1. And I hope you enjoy it. And I'll say a prayer at the end. Here we go. Where is it? There it is.
Like a tree by the flowing water, growing deeper, stretching high like a tree by the flowing water, connected to the source of life. Blessed, blessed are we to abide in God's word, nourished through every season. Blessed are we, like a tree by the flowing water, growing deeper, stretching high like a tree by the flowing water, connected to the source of life. Planted by grace, we are rooted in God's design. Freely abiding, planted by grace, like a tree by the flowing water, growing deeper, stretching high like a tree by the flowing water, connected to the source of life. Trusting our lives to the holy way of God. We will surrender, trusting our life. Like a tree by the flowing water, growing deeper, stretching high